Hello, welcome back to Dower House Farms. We're beef from Crops Farm in East Cork in the south of Ireland. We put up a video every day, well almost every day. Sorry there was no video yesterday, but I was at the Nuffield conference and I actually did do a really good video, but the reception was crap in the hotel where we were staying, so I couldn't get it uploaded. So I'm going to put that video in here now next. Please take a look and enjoy it. Watch the couple of clips I put up of lads' presentation. Wait till the end, we have a bit of a funny chat. So Nuffield was a big part of my life there for the last couple of years, and will be in the future, and it's a super opportunity. If anyone ever gets the chance to do it, I'd grasp it with both hands. So back to the cold face today now. It's actually nearly supper time now at this stage. I'm not long back, so yeah, enjoy the video and I'll talk to you in the end. Good morning, welcome to Dower House Farms. You wouldn't think it now this morning, but we actually are a beef and crops farm in East Cork in the south of Ireland. We put up a video every day to promote Irish agriculture. So I'm here in the beautiful this morning. Look at that. It's a beautiful mild morning and I'm here for the Nuffield conference. So for anyone who doesn't know what Nuffield is a leadership mentoring program basically, or I think that's the explanation of it. So, oh, look at the squirrel. Can you see his tail? Oh, he's gone. Sorry, missed him. But so a number of people, you apply for a scholarship, a bursary to travel around the world researching a topic of your choice. So I was lucky enough to get one. This is 25, so 24, 2022. I presented my topic last year at the conference, like this year's scholars are doing, and my topic was the benefits of integrated beef and crops farms. So basically what I do every day. But as someone said to me, it's great, you get to go in and check out what the competition are doing under the guys in Nuffield. So yeah, look, there's a couple of really interesting presentations today, and I'll put up a couple of clips, and there's one or two lads that I just want to talk to if they'll come on. Hopefully they will. So Nuffielders wouldn't be known as being shy, but they might be for this. But anyway, I'll ask them. So yeah, let's get into it. So Nuffield it's sort of all about the people. Nuffield is all about the people. So you make contacts within the agricultural industry, and you get to meet experts in lots of different fields, and really enthusiastic people about agriculture. So I got to go on my Nuffield travels, as in England, Scotland, Wales, which is where I did most of my study travel, you could say. I was in Singapore, Denmark, Brazil, Australia, and Borneo. I'm hoping to get a chat with Brian Daniels and David Fenley, who are presenting today, and both of them were in Borneo with me, so we might reminisce about one or two stories from Borneo.
Use of clover in Irish grassland farms, and particularly looking at identifying the obstacles and the solutions to incorporating clover in Irish grassland farms. White and red are parts of the family, a group of plants in the family of legumes. And legumes have two benefits within agriculture. First, they're a high digestibility plant, which increases animal performance due to a thin cellular wall that helps that digestion. Secondly, is that they form an association with a bacteria called Rhizobia. And this ribs, which you can illustrate up here. What happens here is that the plant with the bacteria can take in the air from within the soil particles and make it available in the form of nitrogen to the plant. So the air that we're breathing here today contains 78% nitrogen, and it's with the bacteria that it can be available. And when the plant is either grazed foot or walk down. This nitrogen can also be shared to other plants within the sward, such as grass and herbs. Denmark, Brazil, New South Wales, Tasmania, and extensively around England, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland. Using clover are very satisfied with the results they're achieving, but plan to increase larger areas of the farm into clover swards. The clover needs a very different style of management to grass only, and it's a lesson we've learned here in Ireland this year. Soil fertility is still not being fully understood, and this was a message right from around a lot of advisors and agronomists I've met. The mixed messages of the past have undermined the farmers' competence in implementing and managing clover, and clover seems to be an important role within the Co-op's sustainability action programs. So the recommendations. I recommend a national plan to increase the use of legumes with the sole purpose of reducing. We need a joint up advisory approach to get those key messages out to farms. Soil health and fertility, we need to work on continuous farm training.
We left class, but we have the whole afternoon now to ourselves to talk about quality. So the rationale for my topic anyway has come about in the early years of my farming career. As farmers, we've been tasked with numerous environmental measures, whether that's around greenhouse gases, biodiversity restoration, and as a dairy farmer front and centre at the moment, I have to feel that water quality is the most significant challenge that we're faced with at the moment. Available. So we need surplus nitrogen in the form of nitrate in the soil, and we need water moving down through the soil. If we don't have water movement, if our soils aren't saturated, we won't have a loss to water. So this is a diffuse pathway. Oftentimes when we think about water quality, we're talking about our farmyards and fencing off rivers and stuff like that, but we have to, when it comes to nitrate loss, we're talking about the whole agricultural landscape as a feature. The graph on the right hand side here now is probably less familiar, as this is the EPA's pollution impact potential map for nitrate. And the areas coloured in red are those that have a greater likelihood for loss. It's also by no coincidence that those are the areas that have more of the intensive farming happening in Ireland. And these are more free draining soils that can't retain nitrate in their soils, particularly in wet periods. So it's important to remember here that there's a seasonality to this loss. There's also an interannual variation from wet years to dry years, and there's also a nationwide variation, and that's also within our farms. As farmers, we're all familiar with those wet fields or the dry fields. Holding capacity of our soils, where we can prolong our growth into dry periods, retain nitrogen in the soil for longer, and our soil organic carbon binding more nitrogen up in the soil's reserves. And the most easy indicator of this is to get out with a spade and assess visually our soils and get used to knowing what a healthy and functioning soil looks like. In Brittany in France, I visited the farmer Florent Cotton, and Florent is both a dairy farmer and a consultant to other farmers in the area. And just a couple of simple practices that are not as commonplace on Irish farms that are delivering for this farm would be biologically treating all the slurry to have more healthy product going out onto our soils, and the composting of all his farmyard manures. And the results are visual and across his farm. When it comes to the source of that surplus nitrate in our soils, we can actually benchmark our performance in this area. And this is through a simple balance equation, which is a new KPI to us, and that's the farm nitrogen surplus. So it's a simple balance equation between all of the inputs onto a farm, like our artificial fertilizer, purchased fodder, purchased livestock, etc., and imported feed, versus all of the outputs and where nitrogen is recovered in milk, beef, livestock sales, or fodder, etc. And this is represented in kilograms of nitrogen per hectare per year figure. Williams, a Canadian soil and plant educator who travels the world speaking to farmers, and is a big advocate of foliar nitrogen applications to both grass and cereals. And this is basically changing from a granular applicated product to soil to a leaf applied product. And with that, and ensuring that other trace elements other than our macronutrients are right, farmers claim to get an efficiency of their applications of between 30 and 40%, allowing them to reduce their artificial fertilisers. Moving to New Zealand, I travelled with Kainan Ahu of Agronomics, and Kainan runs an agronomy service to farmers in Mid Canterbury, specialising in pasture-based dairy farmers with spanning many enterprises. But he builds a large database of all of the soil tests, grassland performance, whole farm performance, and overlays that with what he sees in the paddock and taking live information from each of his visits, both from visually assessing the soil and sample analysis, etc., of the grass in the paddocks. So this acts as a really strong decision support service to his clients, his farmers, and it's something that I haven't seen as much of here, particularly in a dairy farm context.
Right, Dower House Farms has gone to a whole new level now today. We had someone filming us for a change, and it's not Dad or it's not Fong. So we're here at the Nuffield conference. The three lads presented today, Tom, Brian and David. Brian and David were with me on the GFP. You're going to tell us about the Longhouse.
Longhouse in Borneo,
Yeah, and you're all going to give us literally now 30 seconds on each of your topics, right? Tom did it on the future of potato production in Ireland. I tell him he's half Banjacks, but anyway, he says not.
We're still looking for ground off this land.
Yeah, so he's trying to take all the ground we're trying to rent. Brian is doing it on clover, which is very interesting for us, and I do my little grassland thing on some of the videos. So you're going to be, and David did it on water quality. Right. So Tom, give us your little spiel, short and sweet now, Tom.
Right, so the future of potato and vegetable production, what next? So we need more lobbying, we need more committees, and we're all doing something individually. But we need to pull everything together in order to push the industry into the future of potato and vegetable production.
Yeah, I looked at clover and the cooperation within grasslands, and
You're very serious about this.
there's two key elements with clover. First is increased animal performance through better feed quality. Second is with nitrogen fixation, and there's a role on that then in terms of reduced chemical fertilizer usage and reduced nitric oxide emissions. So that's us.
And as Pat pointed out, we travelled together on the GFP. That's another video on itself.
I was on the GFP shoot.
Well,
Tom Singapore as well.
Sorry, Tom, we've got you.
No, that was important. Singapore was very important. And we travelled to Borneo, so we stayed in a longhouse there with tribal people.
What happened before we got into the Longhouse now? What was the first thing when we came to the door of the Longhouse? What did they do?
We got a traditional welcome.
They sacrificed the chicken for us.
Sacrificed the
that
chicken.
happens.
And we had a sample of rice wine produced by each family living in the longhouse. So, what was that? About 11 or 12.
11 or 12 houses
of rice wine, of different varieties. Each their own unique.
Each their own unique blend.
So. But to my topic, how we can address the nitrates challenge at the root cause, particularly for the dairy sector. So we need better targeted advice around our nutrient applications, and we need to particularly reach those hard to reach farmers who maybe aren't engaging in current advisory services.
Yeah, so that's it now. I'd say
Oh no, we've missed one. So anyone that's looking at this video and if they've any interest in primary production, go for Nuffield scholarship.
Do. Well, I was going to get to that, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
But sorry, Tom has taken over Dower House Farms now for today.
Recap over what your topic was. Recap over your topic.
I told him this morning, my topic is integrated dairy. I told him at the start of it.
Alright, sorry.
So you're all taking
We'll
over
go
running
back
at
and
Dower
watch
House
it.
Farms. Anyway, hope you enjoyed Dower House Farms, and we'll see you tomorrow for more. Thumbs up. Hey. So back to today and the farm now. I hope you enjoyed the few clips on the Nuffield conference. These are the weightings we weighed, vaccinated weighed the other day. I forgot to put up the weight of them. There's two groups that are equally the same, and they're the two big groups. They averaged 256, I think, which to be honest I thought to be a little bit heavier. I thought they might be up on 250 or 270 nearly, but they weren't anyway, so that's what they are. Their live weight gain was 0.6 a day, but that's probably an empty weight because they were in the yard for a couple of hours before we weighed them. So look, that might be 0.65, but I thought it should be definitely that good, if not a little bit better. But yeah, so this is a red clover field. This is the first of the red clover silage fields that we're grazing. They're in here, this is their third day in here now. They'll probably get another 3 days, so they probably have 3 weeks grazing in between on this 25 acres of grass, so that'll bring them into December, which is unreal to have weanlings out that late in the year. The heaviest of these lads was 316 and the lightest was, I think, 202 or something like that. So there's a fair variation, but you wouldn't see it so much in them now. Looking at them, they look a very even bunch of cattle, but anyway, that's what they are. I think that white fella there is the heaviest of them. My memory serves me correctly. And there's another black fella that's equally as heavy. That could even be him. I don't know, I'm not sure. These lads now are one of the middle bunches of calves, we'll say. And they will come in, we'll bring them in tomorrow now and get them weighed and vaccinated. And not tomorrow, Monday. They have about 3 weeks grass ahead of them here as well on this farm, so if the weather holds up, they'll be staying out as well. So that's it for today's video now. I'm just up here checking the margins and a couple of crops of wheat. They're just starting to poke through. Crows are giving them a bit of a doing now, alright, but anyway, it's the joys of it. So yeah, that's it now for today. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the Nuffield conference. We'll see you Monday for more House Farms.